and welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica Janae. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay, and turn your notification bell on. All right, so anyway, in this episode I'm going to be doing a wear test of the new Fenty Beauty concealer and setting powders. So a little background on this concealer. It comes in 50 shades, okay, and it retails for $26. Now the setting powder comes in 8 different shades and it retails for $32. So I purchased the shade 410, and it is for tan to deep skin with warm golden undertones. So I kind of consider myself to have golden undertones. So every shade of concealer, it corresponds to the foundation. Now I am in the shade 420 in the foundation, but the 420 in the concealer was for let me tell you, it was for tan to deep skin with warm olive tone undertones. I don't think I have olive undertones, so that's why I didn't choose it. It might correspond well with the foundation shade, but I was just like, you know what, I kind of like my foundation, my concealer to be a little bit brighter. I think it's like it helps brighten the under eye, like the concealer that corresponds to the foundation, but I would like mine to be a little bit more brighter. And plus, when I seen that it was an olive undertone, I was like, no, I'd rather have like a golden undertone. So that's why I got the shade 410. And I got banana powder because I usually don't use like loose powders for like all over my face. I do have a loose powder, but it's not something that I grab for like my everyday use. So I got the banana powder because I actually use banana powder to set my concealer and to kind of brighten up my under eyes and like my highlights. So I mean, most people do use banana for that, so that's why I purchased the banana. I was gonna get the shade honey, but when I tried it on in the store, because I did try on the color, yeah, the shade honey and banana, and honey was just like very rich, like very golden. So I didn't want to look like, you know, just like you just see like just gold, like right here, like you can tell just like very like golden. Like it was like yellow, because I was thinking, oh, this will be better, this might be better, this might be like a better option because it was a little bit darker. But you know, the banana, you know, made it look a little bit more brighter, a little smoother, so that's why I went with the banana. Okay, so I just kind of jumped off camera real quick to do my eyebrows because that ain't really important. I'm gonna go ahead and put my foundation on, and I'm gonna use Fenty in the shade 420. And let me read off 420's foundation undertones. The shade 420 is for tan to deep skin tones with warm undertones. I forgot that I haven't used this foundation in a while, so I forgot how, you know, it goes from like a medium to like full coverage. So I kind of have to build this up to kind of get the coverage that I'm looking for. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and jump into this concealer. So I'm not gonna do no swatch. Nobody cares about no swatch right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this. So yeah, this definitely has a golden undertone. This is definitely like, I think I found my little perfect little match. Okay. Because when I did try on 410, like when I swatched 410 in store, it was it's a little bit darker than the 420. Then when I swatched the 420 in store, it was a little darker than the 410. And like I said, I like the fact that the 410 had the golden undertones, and that's why I kind of gravitate towards it. And plus, like, before I actually initially decide to even purchase this this concealer, I kind of looked at like the shade. Of course, you know, I went to the website to just kind of see what shades they had to offer and like the undertones and everything like that. And so I like the fact that I seen the, you know, like the golden or whatever, and I knew that I would probably go up a shade because I like for my highlights to be you know, a little bit brighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. Take my beauty blender and blend this out. And this I believe this concealer is matte. Yes, it's soft matte. And I'm waiting till I get to the powder and I'll tell you about it. But yeah, this blends out very well. It is creamy, but it blends out well with my sponge, my beauty blender. Let's try the under eye. Oh, I love the way this blends out. Yes. I mean, it just kind of seems kind of seamless when it blends out. I like it. It doesn't dry down too fast. Like, you still have room to like move it around and blend it out. So yeah, this is good. I like the fact that it just moves so smoothly. It still brightens up my under eyes. It's very like golden. It is golden. So I do like that. That's why I got the banana powder, because I was like, I don't have to go too light with the concealer, because the banana powder will come back in and just kind of brighten up everything. I'm gonna contour with the matchstick in the shade Espresso. I haven't used this in a while. It's very golden. It's so funny. So I went ahead and blended out my contour. And now I'm just going to go ahead and set with the banana powder. And you also get this little, it's like this little, I guess like a little stopper, you know, like to make sure the powder doesn't flow out and go everywhere. So you get this. So I'm just going to open this up real quick. Not that it's important right now. Oh, it just looks so like luxurious without being too over the top, you know. So the powder does have like a scent to it, but it's like very, 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 very soft. So I'm gonna shake this up a little bit. Cause I like to shake my powder into the, not into the lid. Oh, that was too much. Dang. Got a little bit too much powder, but that's okay. So I think I'm gonna take my beauty blender and kind of set under my eyes with the powder a little bit. So I'm gonna just go and dust some excess off real quick. Okay, kind of press that into the skin with my beauty blender. I used to like to use a brush to apply powder, but I like for a while now I've just been using a beauty blender or like a sponge. Oh, it's just so brightening. It's just like brighten up that under eye area just like that. I'm not gonna bake or anything like that. I never do. But this powder is very fine. But I think it can be very like it. When I tried it on in the store, it became very like I could feel the powder. Like I could feel it once I applied it to my under eyes. Yeah, I love that powder. When I was in the store yesterday, like because I went and purchased this yesterday, and I tried the powder on, and I felt like when I applied the powder, I felt as though like my concealer wasn't gonna move, because I could like feel it. I might have applied a little too much because right now I don't feel it like I did yesterday. So I didn't go as heavy as I did when I was in the store. You don't have to go very heavy with this powder, because if you do, you will feel like if you add too much powder, you will start to feel like the powder, like it's like you can feel it kind of sitting on top of your face if you apply too much. You don't need to add a lot, just a little bit. I mean, like, it does the job. So yeah, I actually like this banana powder. Like, it just was just very smooth. It was just like, it's very fine. So it's just like it melted like right into, you know, where I applied it to. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, so I'm back. I went ahead and did my eyeshadow, applied some lashes, whatever. So I'm about to go out for a little bit. So far, like, for me just sitting here, hasn't been anything new. Like, nothing's changed about the concealer or whatever. So the real test is going out in the public, running some errands, and then I'll come back and I'll let you, I guess I'll try to get a close-up of what the foundation, not the foundation, but the concealer looks like to see if it creased or anything like that. So yeah, nothing new right now. So I'll be back in a couple of hours. Right now it is almost 2:30 in the afternoon. I'll be back in a couple of hours, maybe later on tonight. No telling what might happen from here on out, but I'll be back to let you know my final thoughts about the powder and the concealer. So see you guys later, and I'll be back. Okay, bye. All right, so I'm back. It is now let's see, 11:30. Oh, I've been home for about an hour now, but it's been a long day. So I just have the normal wear of makeup throughout the entire day. So so far I still don't have any creasing. I haven't creased. Excuse me. I haven't creased. It's been the same since I left 2:30 this afternoon. So overall, I like the consistency of the concealer. I love the way it applies. I'm guessing like the powder really helped, because I almost feel as though without powder, you know, without setting the concealer, I think it would have started to crease a little bit. But overall, the powder did help. I can tell, because when I tried it on in the store, the powder, like, I actually applied maybe a little too much powder. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough. And like I said, I mentioned this before, the powder, I could actually feel the powder sitting under my eyes. So, I mean, if you are like a dry skin person, you might not want to use too much of the powder. If you are oily, you know what I'm saying, you probably still don't have to use too much of the powder. But I mean, overall, I like both products. I will say, I just, like I said, normal wear makeup. I'm just here looking at myself because I'm looking pretty bad right now. I would give the concealer and powder together a 9 out of 10, only because this can be like really drying. Like, this powder can be like really drying. Like, if like I said, too much, it can sit. It will sit like on top of you know, like right up in here. But overall, I have no complaints about it. Okay, so again, the shade that I got was 410 in the concealer, and the powder I got banana. So just so you know, and my foundation shade with Fenty is 420 for references, because I know people are going to ask excuse me, down in the comment section. So I'll make sure to let you know what I use. I thought I would have been back home a little sooner, but it's okay. I forgot half things that I was going to say in the video about the products. But if you have any questions, leave them down below. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will